All right, so here we have another question from AS Level Math 9709 P1 Cambridge, February-March 2025, Paper 1, Variant 2, question number 11. The topic is functions and transformations of functions. So the question is saying that functions f and g are defined for all real values of x by fx is equals to 4x square minus c and gx is equals to 2x plus k, where c and k are positive constants. It is given that g inverse 3k plus 1 is equals to c. The requirement of part A is to show that g of fx is equals to 8x square minus k minus 1. So what you need to understand the fact is that, you know, the input of the inverse function is basically the output of the original function, and the output of the inverse function is basically the input of the original function. So when you are saying that g inverse 3k plus 1 is equals to c, so gc is equals to 3k plus 1. And now you are going to put c as the input of the gx function. So 2c plus k will be equals to 3k plus 1. And here we need to eliminate c, right? We need something in terms of k. So c is equals to 2k plus 1 completely divided by 2. And now I'm going to make the composite function g of fx, which means that input of the gx function becomes fx itself. So 2 multiplied by fx and then plus k. So 2 is completely multiplied by 4x square minus c and then plus k. So 8x square minus 2c plus k, and in place of c I've mentioned 2k plus 1 completely divided by 2. So 8x square minus 2k minus 1 plus k, therefore g of fx is equals to 8x square minus k minus 1. Here we have obtained the required form in part A. So after this, we have part B. In part B, it is said that the curve with equation y is equals to 8x square minus k minus 1 is transformed to the curve with equation y is equals to hx by the following sequence of transformations. First, we have the translation by the column vector 2, 3. Then we have a stretch in the y direction by scale factor k. And then we have a reflection in the x-axis. We need to find an expression for hx in terms of x and k. So here we can say that we have the original function fx, which is 8x square minus k minus 1. So first of all, fx is transformed onto fx minus 2 plus 3, because translation by the column vector 2, 3, okay, in the x direction, it is increasing by 2 units, and in the y direction, it is increasing by 3 units. Okay, so since you have studied the basic concept that when you have translation by the column vector a0, so fx is transformed onto fx minus a. Input of the fx function becomes x minus a. So fx minus 2 and then plus 3. 3 will be added after the function. I hope you have covered in your basic concepts. So 8 multiplied by x minus 2 whole square minus k minus 1 and then plus 3. And now after this transformation, we have a stretch along the y-axis by stretch factor k. Okay, so complete function will be multiplied by k. So this will be the outcome. And here I've just simplified this minus 1 plus 3, which is positive 2. And now we have reflection in the x-axis. And as you are studying in your basic concepts, that when the function is reflected in the x-axis, the whole function is multiplied by a minus sign. Okay, so this k completely multiplied by fx minus 2 plus 3 will be transformed onto minus k completely multiplied by fx minus 2 plus 3. Therefore, minus k completely multiplied by 8 into x minus 2 whole square minus k plus 2. And this is your hx function. Okay, it's not a requirement over here to completely expand and simplify. Okay, if a specific form was required, then we would obtain our answer in that form. But here, this answer is perfectly fine. This was the solution of part B. So now coming on to part C, the range of h is given by hx is less than or equals to 15. Find the values of c and k. So what you need to understand the fact is that, as you can see that the hx function which you have obtained, this is a quadratic function. Only the k is unknown. Okay, if you know the value of k, you could easily identify that this is a completing square form. So when k is unknown, even in that case, this is a completing square form of a quadratic expression. Isn't it? This makes sense. And as you know, the matter of fact that when you have a completing square form, so in order to find the turning point of the quadratic graph, whatever is inside the bracket, x minus 2 will be equated with 0. So x is equals to 2 and y will be equals to this complete constant. Y will be equals to k square minus 2k. And as we know the matter of fact that minus 8 is being multiplied over here. So minus 8k is a constant which is being multiplied by x square, meaning the coefficient of x square is minus 8k. So this turning point is a maximum turning point, which is 2 comma k square minus 2k. And since we know that this is the maximum turning point, so this means that 2 comma 15 is the maximum turning point of this quadratic graph. Since the range is that hx is either equals to 15 or below. Okay, this essentially means that the maximum turning point is 2 comma 15. So just comparing the y coordinates over here, k square minus 2k will be equals to 15. Therefore k minus 5 multiplied by k plus 3 is equals to 0 is the fully factorized form. So k is equals to 5 and k is equals to minus 3. And since k is a positive constant, as it was mentioned in the question initially, so k is equals to minus 3 will be rejected and k is equals to 5 is your only acceptable value of k. Okay, and since we obtained an equation for C in terms of K in part A, C is equals to 2K plus 1 completely over 2. So this means that C is equals to 2 multiplied by 5 plus 1 completely divided by 2. C is equals to 11 over 2. In this way, we have attempted this question completely. We have discussed it. So this was February, March 2025, paper 1, variant 2, question number 11. For more content on A-level mathematics, keep following my Instagram account and YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Assalamu alaikum.